Hey y'all, welcome back. It has been a hot and humid summer so far here in North Texas, and we are busting at the seams with cucumbers here at the farmhouse in town. So I thought we'd just head out into the backyard and pick some cucumbers, and then I'll show you how to can some of these using my Grammy's pickle recipe. It is super easy. Even if you've never canned before, this is totally doable for you. So let's get busy. Been picking and saving the cucumbers all week so that I could make pickles today. And after it's all said and done this week, I've got about 100 cucumbers to can, which is just crazy. But anyway, this variety of seed that I planted is called Bait Alpha. It was planted from seed sometime in March, I think, and it has far outperformed any of the cucumbers that I've ever grown. This is a special kind because it's self-pollinating. You don't have to pollinate yourself, and you don't have to worry about the bees and the bugs doing it for you. And it has really outdone itself. I'm super excited with how it's done this year. So first, what we're going to do here is just wash our cucumbers and our peppers and lay them on our towel to dry. I'm using a habanero pepper, which makes them pretty spicy. I love them. I think they're delicious. If you don't like that spicy of a pickle, you can tone it down with using jalapenos or some sort of a chili pepper in there. You don't have to go full-fledged habanero if you don't like to hurt while you eat. I'm just teasing. These really aren't that spicy, but they've got a good little kick to them.
You have me, and I have you. That's enough to paint lonesome black and blue. Yeah, I have you, and you have me. That puts a bow up in the sky, tells the rain cease.
What you want to do now is just get your garlic ready, get it peeled and ready to put into each jar. And while I'm doing this, I have all my jars in the dishwasher, and when they get to the dry function, I take them out and they're nice and hot and they're ready to fill with the hot pickle liquid.
So let's carve our names into this tree, and then lay beneath the beauty of her leaves. Will the birds and the bees seem to agree that we're strong as a maple and twice as sweet? We've had ups and we've had downs, we've had warm nights, we've gone round and round. What I know, this much is true: there ain't a tree with any leaf that roots me like you. I've gone east, west, inward and out. For me, I know.
Next, you just want to cut up your cucumbers, and you can do that however you want. You can do them into slices for hamburgers. You can chop them up into chunks. You can do them in half and in quarters for spears, just however you use or like to eat your pickles. Most of mine I did for hamburger slices like I'm doing now, and then the rest I did in just half them, so you could just grab them out and eat them out of the jar. The pickling liquid recipe calls for 1.5 quarts of apple cider vinegar, 1.5 quarts of water, 3/4 of a cup of pickling salt, and 1/2 cup of sugar. Now I have a lot of cucumbers, so I doubled that recipe. So just add all 4 of those to your pot and bring them to a boil. While you're waiting on your liquid to come up to a boil, you can go ahead and get started cutting the tops off of your peppers. If you want to half them, you can. Just kind of a personal preference. I just cut the tops off of them. Okay, we've got all of our veggies sliced up and ready to go in the jars. And while we're still waiting for that liquid to come up to a boil, I wanted to show you some of my homegrown dill versus the grocery store. This is the grocery store And this is the stuff I grew in my backyard. So it just looks a lot more vibrant and healthy if you're on the fence about growing your own. While my jars are still hot from the dishwasher, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 pepper and 2 cloves of garlic and 1 to 2 heads of dill to each jar before I pack in the cucumbers. Make sure you get those packed in nice and tight. All right, these are ready to fill with our hot pickling liquid. So you want to leave about a 1/2 inch of headspace before you put your lids on. So we're just going to fill these up, and then I'm going to take each one and wipe them down real good, and then put my lids and rings on them and tighten. Forgot to mention, before you wipe down the tops of the jars, you want to take a clean knife and just slide it around to the bottom of the jar and get any air bubbles out. If you're wondering, my Grammy taught me to turn these upside down after I put the lids on until they cool, and then flip them back right side up. I don't know if anybody ever still does this, but so far all of my jars have sealed every time I've made pickles. I've been doing this a long time. So you can do what you want, but I do believe that inverting the jars helps. Well, that's it, guys. You just want to let these sit for 14 days before you start to enjoy them. And remember, the longer they sit, the spicier they'll be. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I sure did. It was fun. Y'all take care.